Hi, this is Joseph Lesser. I want to welcome you to this lesson. The contents of this lesson are exactly the same for all these recent versions of Excel. The only differences are in some minor cosmetic changes. I will be using the latest version for this lesson, Excel 2016. A very light creak sound may be used in this recording to help neutralize other naturally occurring noises. You may or may not notice this as you're taking this lesson. In this lesson, we will work with customizing the Quick Access Toolbar. I will cover two methods for adding buttons to and removing buttons from the Quick Access Toolbar. In addition, I'll teach you how to rearrange these buttons. If you want to learn more about customizing the Quick Access Toolbar, I also have a free advanced lesson on this topic. It may be helpful to print out the free quick reference guide available at josephlesser.com as a companion to this lesson. For the first 3 minutes or so of this lesson, I will teach through this presentation, and then for the remaining time I will demonstrate these very same techniques in Excel. Also, you will notice that I will be periodically abbreviating the Quick Access Toolbar with the letters QAT. You'll see that on this particular screen and throughout this presentation. In the image, you can see that my Quick Access Toolbar is above the ribbon. It can be placed either above or below the ribbon. Here's an enlarged image of that non-customized Quick Access Toolbar. Let's start with what I call Method 1. We will use the drop-down arrow on the Quick Access Toolbar. This opens the Customize menu. From here, it is a simple matter to add and remove buttons. Click on a command to add it or remove it from the Quick Access Toolbar. The check mark indicates it is currently set to display on the toolbar. Any button that you add with this technique will be placed in the rightmost position on the Quick Access Toolbar. This menu also allows you to position the Quick Access Toolbar either above or below the ribbon. Method 2. Expand your capabilities of modifying the Quick Access Toolbar. We will use the right-click of the mouse technique to add buttons from the ribbon. Find a button on the ribbon you want to add. In this example, I will be using the Filter button found on the Data tab. Right-click that button and select Add to Quick Access Toolbar. The button gets placed onto the toolbar in the rightmost position. Please note that right-clicking a button that is already on the Quick Access Toolbar allows you to remove that button. The Excel Options Quick Access Toolbar dialog box is an important player in learning how to customize the toolbar. This is an image of that dialog box. Notice the title bar says Excel Options, and the category we are in says Quick Access Toolbar. I will show you how to get here in a moment. For now, we will just focus on this region where the Quick Access Toolbar current settings are displayed. We will be using this region for rearranging our buttons. We'll turn our attention now to rearranging the Quick Access Toolbar. Here is an image of a slightly modified Quick Access Toolbar. On the toolbar itself, the buttons are arranged from left to right. When we get to the Excel Options Quick Access Toolbar dialog box, you will see these same buttons are arranged from top to bottom. To rearrange the Quick Access Toolbar, position yourself into the Excel Options Quick Access Toolbar dialog box. An easy way to get to this dialog box is through the Quick Access Toolbar drop-down menu. From here, select More Commands. This opens the Excel's Options Quick Access Toolbar dialog box. In this dialog box, bring your attention to the Customization region on the right side of the screen where the buttons are represented. This is the region we'll be focusing on now. This is an enlargement of that region. Select a button to move, in this example, the Open button. Then tap the Move Up or Move Down buttons as many times as necessary to reposition that button. When the Quick Access Toolbar has been rearranged, you can press OK to save the changes. Alternately, you can press Cancel if you prefer not to implement those changes. Please note that the Quick Access Toolbar can be reset to its original buttons. Okay, here I am in Excel 2016, and I want to talk about modifying the Quick Access Toolbar. So I'm going to start with what I call Method 1. And we're going to go up to the Quick Access Toolbar and click the drop-down arrow. You'll find that on the right side of that Quick Access Toolbar, and we enter a Customize menu. Now there are check marks next to the buttons that are already placed on the Quick Access Toolbar, and the other commands don't have check marks on them, meaning we can add them. So I want to add the Open command, and I see a new button is placed on my Quick Access Toolbar. I'm going to try that again. Click the drop-down arrow, and I'm going to add Print Preview and Print. And let's do this one more time for now. Clicking that drop-down arrow, I will add the Spelling button. So I've got 3 new buttons up here that weren't there just a moment ago. When I click that drop-down arrow, again, I see the check marks next to those buttons that are already displayed. Now I can select these very same buttons again, and if they've got the check mark, they will deselect. So if I want to remove the Spelling button, I'll click that again, and the spelling is removed. So anytime you click one of these buttons, whatever state it's in, checked or unchecked, it reverses that state. It'll either place that button on the Quick Access Toolbar or remove it from the Quick Access Toolbar. This is what I call Method 1. Okay, so that's pretty easy. Let me try one more thing. If I click that drop-down arrow, another thing, it's not about adding buttons to or from the toolbar, but it's about placing the toolbar. You can place the Quick Access Toolbar below the ribbon. Let me show you what that looks like. And now you have it represented here below the large menu ribbon. Clicking that drop-down arrow again, I can place it above the ribbon. Anyway, back to Method 1, a fairly simple method of adding and removing these buttons that are displayed in this shortcut menu. Now, Method 2 is what I want to show you next. And this method allows you to find any button on the ribbon, so I can go to any one of these tabs, the Page Layout tab, find one of these command buttons, the Formulas tab, or the Data tab, and on and on. So, for example, if I want to add the Filter button, I find it on the Data tab in this case, and this technique asks you to right-click on the button you want to add to the Quick Access Toolbar. Here it is at the top of the menu. So I'll add this to the Quick Access Toolbar, and you see I get the Filter button. So let me find another button. I could go to the Page Layout and find Orientation, Portrait, or Landscape, and I will right-click on that and add that button to the Quick Access Toolbar. So this method is much more flexible in as much as it lets you find any number of buttons already on the ribbon, and by simply right-clicking on it, you can get it placed up on that ribbon. Now, right-clicking a button that's already on the Quick Access Toolbar allows you to remove that button. So if I want to remove the Filter button, I can right-click it, and in the menu that comes up, it's the top option, Remove it from the Quick Access Toolbar. This Open button that I added with Method 1, I could also right-click that and remove it from the Quick Access Toolbar. So right-clicking a button that's on the ribbon lets you add it to the Quick Access Toolbar, and if it's on the Quick Access Toolbar, right-clicking allows you to remove that button. So that's what I call Method 2. Now I want to show you how to rearrange buttons on the Quick Access Toolbar. Let me add a couple more buttons. I'll use the drop-down arrow, go back to Method 1. I'll add the spelling checker. I'll click that drop-down arrow. I'll add Open, and I'll click the drop-down arrow and add New. Please note again, if I haven't mentioned this earlier, that every time you add a button through either of these techniques, it gets placed in the rightmost position on the Quick Access Toolbar. So now we want to turn our attention to rearranging this Quick Access Toolbar. The way we do it, this particular method, is by clicking this drop-down arrow and finding your way to the More Commands. This will bring us into a place called Excel Options Quick Access Toolbar. Let me show you. I'll click on that. And I get to a very important and valuable dialog box. Now, we're in Excel Options, and we're in the category called Quick Access Toolbar. There are other ways to get here, but that's a really nice way if you're using that drop-down menu. Now, here is a representation, even though it's top-down, of what the Quick Access Toolbar looks like from left to right. So it's the same buttons. Let me drag this down and show you. It's these very same buttons up here represented vertically. Now, to rearrange these buttons, I click on a button I might want to rearrange. So let's say the Open button, for example. And I see the Move Up and the Move Down buttons over here to the right. So if I want to move it up this list, which would be basically to the left on the actual Quick Access Toolbar, I'll click that up arrow as many times as necessary to get it where I want it to be. So if I want New File to be near Save, I select New File and I can click the up arrow until it's in the position that I want. So once you get to this dialog box, I'll show you once more how I got here. It's a fairly easy matter of clicking on a button and then clicking the Move Up or the Move Down. Now once you've made these changes, you can press the OK button to confirm it or the Cancel button to discard the changes you've made. I'll press OK. And I see my Quick Access Toolbar has been rearranged. Let me reinforce this one more time. Click on that drop-down arrow, go into More Commands, and here I see the vertical representation of the Quick Access Toolbar. Clicking on a button allows me to move it up or down. Pressing OK or Cancel confirms or prevents those changes from taking effect. I'll press OK. There, I've rearranged it one more time. Now there's one more thing I just want to mention, because if you're working with the Quick Access Toolbar, it's kind of nice to know. I'll click on this drop-down arrow, go back into More Commands, that if you need to reset the Quick Access Toolbar, you can always do that. So no matter how many changes you make to it, you can always get it back to its original condition. And I talk more about resetting and importing and exporting, ways of saving your changes to the Quick Access Toolbar in the advanced lesson on modifying the Quick Access Toolbar. So just a little mention of the reset, but it's covered more fully in another lesson. And that rounds out this demonstration of basic methods of customizing the Quick Access Toolbar, either by right-clicking and using these buttons that are here with the check marks, or right-clicking anywhere in the ribbon, and also going into this More Commands dialog box and rearranging the buttons over here in this region. This lesson is completed. I covered 2 techniques for adding buttons to and removing buttons from the Quick Access Toolbar. In addition, I covered how to rearrange these buttons. You can learn more about customizing the Quick Access Toolbar in the Advanced Customizations lesson. How did you do? I want these lessons to be the best value for both of us, for you as a learner and for me as a teacher and coach, and I welcome your comments and feedback. Thank you for your support, and please feel free to contact me through josephlesser.com.